الآن يحين موعدنا أيها الأصدقاء والصديقات مع الفترة المفتوحة أستاذ على الهواء في مادة اللغة الإنجليزية للثانوية العامة. في بداية هذا اللقاء نرحب بضيفنا الكريم الأستاذ أحمد عبد الصبور خبير المادة في وزارة التربية والتعليم. أهلا بك معنا مستر أحمد.
أهلا أستاذ حازم، وأهلا بأبنائنا وبناتنا الطلبة والطالبات.
نرحب بكل أبنائنا وبناتنا الطلاب والطالبات الذين يرغبون في التواصل معنا من خلال تليفونات الإذاعة التعليمية. التليفون المباشر 257-96-140 والداخلي 32-09. نتمنى لكم دائما وقتا سعيدا ومفيدا مع كل ما نقدمه لكم بإذن الله. معكم على الهواء من الهندسة الإذاعية الزميلة هالة عبدو، ومن أمام الميكروفون حازم عمر. برحب بسيادتك مرة أخرى أستاذ أحمد.
أهلا أستاذ حازم.
وأعتقد إن إحنا في طور المراجعات.
نعم، نستكمل اليوم Unit 7, 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Let's begin with Unit 7, the main vocab. We always celebrate our wedding space with dinner in an expensive restaurant. Choices: A. Anniversary, B. Memory, C. Celebrity, D. Celebration. The correct answer is anniversary، بمعنى الذكرى السنوية. Sentence number 2. The hotel is in a space overlooking the famous lake. The hotel is in a space overlooking the famous lake. Choices: A. Situation, B. Destination, C. Foundation, D. Location. The correct answer is location، بمعنى موقع. Sentence number 3. A rescue space to save a girl who had fallen down a well ended happily last night. Choices: A. Mission, B. Commission, C. Permission, D. Depression. The correct answer is mission، بمعنى مهمة. Rescue mission، مهمة إنقاذ. Another sentence. The space of the new satellite was a great event. Choices: A. Flying, B. Discovery, C. Release, D. Launch. The correct answer is launch، بمعنى إطلاق. The launch of the new satellite was a great event. Another sentence. It's thought a gas space may have caused the blast. Choices: A. Break, B. Flood, C. Leak, D. Lake. The correct answer is leak، بمعنى تسرب في الغاز. Another sentence. The map tells you the space between the capital and the major cities. Choices: A. Weights, B. Distances, C. Heights, D. Spaces. The correct answer is distances، مسافات. Another sentence. Astronauts quite often find that space, environment aboard space makes them feel sick. Astronauts quite often find that space, environment aboard space makes them feel sick. Choices: A. Weightless, B. Lightning, C. Sinking, D. Floating. The correct answer is weightless. Another sentence. Space acts within and between stars, planets, and spacecraft. Choices: A. Attraction, B. Ground, C. Magnet, D. Gravity. The correct answer is gravity، بمعنى الجاذبية. Another sentence. The spacecraft will space the moon to explore its surface. Choices: A. Steer, B. Turn, C. Orbit, D. Spin. The correct answer is orbit. معنى يدور في مدار. Another sentence. Forensic scientists are space the wreckage for clues about the causes of the explosion. Choices: A. Bringing, B. Examining, C. Carrying, D. Experiencing. The correct answer is examining. Another sentence. We space labels to things before we file them away. Choices: A. Attach, B. Attain, C. Attract, D. Attack. The correct answer is attach. Attach to. يرفق B. Another sentence. The water runs out of a space at the bottom of the bridge. Choices: A. Tape, B. Tib, C. Tide, D. Tab. The correct answer is tab. بمعنى حنفية أو صنبور. Another sentence. In the future, we will be able to space spacewalks. Choices: A. Give, B. Play, C. Make, D. Do. The correct answer is do spacewalks. Another sentence. He is space attending a conference in Paris. Choices: A. Generally, B. Currently, C. Occasionally, D. Usually. The correct answer is currently. بمعنى حاليا. Another sentence. The problem with this disease is that it doesn't generally respond to بمعنى يستجيب لي space. Choices: A. Advice, B. Infection, C. Treatment, D. Attachment. The correct answer is treatment بمعنى علاج. Another sentence. My head is space. I feel as if it is going around and I can't balance. Choices: A. Spinning, B. Scanning, C. Skimming, D. Drowning. The correct answer is spinning بمعنى يلف أو يدور. Let's go to the grammar section in this unit. It talks about changing active into passive. Choose the correct answer. Sometimes he space to some countries on business. Choices: A. Will send, B. Sends, C. Is sent, D. Is sending. The correct answer is B. Is sent. Sometimes he is sent to some countries on business. Sentence number 2. A new carpet space at the moment. Choices: A. Is choosing, B. Is being chosen, C. Chooses, D. Is chosen. The correct answer is C. Is being chosen. Another sentence. Ali doesn't like space personal questions. Ali doesn't like space personal questions. Choices: A. To being asked, B. Asking, C. To ask, D. Being asked. The correct answer is being asked. Ali doesn't like being asked personal questions. Another sentence. Adil remembers space to share in the school play. Choices: A. To asking, B. Ask, C. Being asked, D. Be asked. The correct answer is being asked. Adil remembers being asked. Another sentence. The roof of the house space. Choices: A. Must be repaired, B. Must be repairing, C. Must repair. D. Repairs. The correct answer is must be repaired. يجب أن يصلح. Another sentence. These reports space before we leave. These reports space before we leave. A. Should be typing. B. Should have typed. C. Should type. D. Should be typed. The correct answer is should be typed. يجب أن أو ينبغي أن تطبع. Another sentence. My homework space tonight. Choices. A. Has to be finishing, or has finished, or has to be finished, or has to finish. The correct answer is has to be finished. طبعا الجملة passive. قلنا بعد الأفعال الناقصة أو التركيبات التي يأتي بعدها المصدر عندما نستخدمها في الباسيف يأتي بعدها be plus past participle. So the correct answer is has to be finished. Another sentence. A party space next week on the occasion of his success. Choices. A. Is going to be organized. B. Going to organize. C. Is going to organize. D. Will organize. The correct answer is going to be organized. She let herself space deceived by other people. She let herself space deceived by other people. Choices. A. To have been. B. Being. C. To be. D. Be. The correct answer is letter D. B. She let herself be deceived. قلنا مع الفعل let إذا كان الفاعل هو نفسه المفعول بنستخدم let plus reflexive pronoun زائد الضمير العكسي plus be plus past participle. Another sentence. The spy was believed space out of the country last summer. The spy بمعنى الجاسوس was believed space out of the country last summer. Choices. A. Being escaped. B. To be escaped. C. To have escaped. D. Be escaped. The correct answer is to have escaped. All these questions space choices. A. Needn't have answered. B. Needn't be answered. C. Needn't answer. D. Needn't be answering. All these questions needn't be answered. قلنا بعد needn't نعملها باسيف نستخدم be plus past participle. Another sentence. The big projects, comma, space, out all over Egypt now will help to increase the national income. The national income, الدخل القومي. The big projects, comma, space, out all over Egypt now will help to increase the national income. Choices. A. Are carried. B. Carrying. C. Carried. D. Which carried. The correct answer is carried. كان أصل الجملة the big projects which are carried out all over Egypt. Carry out بمعنى ينفذ which are carried out all over Egypt. قلنا لما يكون الجملة فيها كلمة وصل plus be plus past participle والجملة خدت شكل الباسيف ممكن نحذف كلمة الوصل ونحذف verb to be ونستخدم الباست participle في الجملة. So the big projects carried out all over Egypt now will help to increase the national income. Let's go to Unit 8. He used to be one of the biggest movie space in the Egyptian cinema. Choices. A. Footballers. B. Journalists. C. Directors. D. Chemists. The correct answer is directors. I think we need to see a computer space before we make any expensive mistake. I think we need to see a computer space before we make any expensive mistake. Choices: A. Astronaut, B. Mechanic, C. Surgeon, D. Consultant. The correct answer is consultant بمعنى مستشار. Another sentence. My uncle is an expert in particle space. He studied the scientific study of forces such as light, heat, and sound. Choices: A. History, B. Physics, C. Biology, D. Geography. The correct answer is physics, علم الفيزياء. Another sentence. The person who does practical work connected with science or technology is a or an space. Choices: A. Technician, B. Programmer, C. Physician, D. Trainer. The correct answer is technician بمعنى فني. The person who does practical work connected with science or technology is a technician بمعنى فني. Another sentence. He was the principal of the National Space of Educational Research. Choices: A. Library, B. Factory, C. Foundation, D. Fountain. The correct answer is foundation بمعنى مؤسسة. Another sentence. He was born with only one ear, but surgeons have fitted him with an space one made of silicone. Choices: A. Natural, B. Artificial, C. Environmental, D. Commercial. The correct answer is artificial بمعنى صناعي. The match took nearly 3 hours and was spaced at times by rain. Choices: A. Interrupted, B. Continued, C. Cut, D. Integrated. The correct answer is interrupted. Interrupted بمعنى يقاطع. Warm air is now being drawn in from another high space area over the North Sea. Warm air is now being drawn in from another high space area over the North Sea. Choices: A. Measure, B. Treasure, C. Treason, D. Pressure. The correct answer is pressure بمعنى ضغط. High pressure ضغط عالي. Another sentence. How violent must the rioting become before the government declares a state of space? Choices: A. Peace, B. Emergency, C. Immigration, D. Emission. The correct answer is emergency بمعنى الطوارئ. He was space when he discovered that his close friend betrayed him. Betray بمعنى يخون. Choices: A. Horrified, B. Delighted, C. Pleased, D.
عودة مرة أخرى إلى لقاء الفترة المفتوحة. أستاذ على الهواء ومادة اللغة الإنجليزية للثانوية العامة مع الأستاذ أحمد عبد الصبور خبير المادة في وزارة التربية والتعليم. تفضل أستاذ أحمد.
The pilot was surrounded by a mass of space on board the aircraft. Choices: A. Walls, B. Ladders, C. Controls, D. Fences. The correct answer is controls بمعنى أجهزة التحكم. Another sentence. Your role as a or an space is important. For you can look at a piece of writing objectively بشكل موضوعي. Choices: A. Vet, B. Editor, C. Consultant, D. Pilot. The correct answer is editor بمعنى محرر. Let's go to the grammar section, changing active into passive. The invitations space a week ago. Choices: A. Were posted, B. Were posting, C. Are posting, D. Posted. The correct answer is were posted. Another sentence. Mona space a new song yet. Choices: A. Has not been recording, B. Was not recorded, C. Has not been recorded, D. Hasn't recorded. The correct answer is hasn't recorded. Another sentence. All the food space by the time I got there. All the food space by the time I got there. Choices: A. Was eating, B. Had been eaten, C. Had been eating, D. Had eaten. The correct answer is had been eaten. I space by Mr. Salah for 5 years. Choices: A. Have been employing, B. Employed, C. Have employed, D. Have been employed. The correct answer is have been employed. Another sentence. Space at the beginning of the sentence. The thieves seen by your next door neighbors. Space. The thieves seen by your next door neighbors. Choices: A. Were, B. Well, C. Have, D. Had. The correct answer is were. Were the thieves seen by your next door neighbors. Another sentence. It's claimed that cheese space 4,000 years ago. Choices: A. Was discovering, B. Had discovered, C. Was discovered, D. Discovered. The correct answer is was discovered. Nothing space to save the prisoner. Nothing space to save the prisoner. Choices: A. Was doing, B. Was done, C. Done, D. Did. The correct answer is was done. I space to take part in a show by the teacher. Choices: A. Have been asking, B. Asked, C. Have been asked, D. Have asked. The correct answer is have been asked. Another sentence. He fainted while his car space. He fainted while his car space by him. Choices: A. Had been cleaned, B. Was being cleaned, C. Cleaned, D. Was cleaning. The correct answer is was being cleaned. The trees in our garden space by the gardener. Choices: A. Are pruning, B. Were pruning, C. Were pruned, D. Pruned. The correct answer is were pruned. prune يعني يقلم. She went to bed before the housework space. Choices: A. Are done, B. Had been done, C. Was being done, D. Had done. The correct answer is C. Had been done. Let's go to Unit 9, Science and Scientists, العلم والعلماء. Let's begin with the main vocab. The doctor advised me to exercise space to stay healthy. Choices: A. Rarely, B. Hardly. C. Irregularly. D. Regularly. Regularly is the correct answer. بمعنى بانتظام. Another sentence. Einstein formulated the space of relativity in 1905. Choices: A. Thought. B. Opinion. C. Theory. D. Experiment. The correct answer is theory. بمعنى نظرية. Most spider weave webs that are almost space you can hardly watch it. Choices: A. Inventive. B. Invisible. C. Watchful. D. Visible. The correct answer is invisible. غير مرئي. Another sentence. The car space speed going down the hill. The car space speed going down the hill. Choices: A. Gained. B. Won. C. Earned. D. Beat. The correct answer is gained. Gained speed. اكتسبت سرعة. بنقول gain speed, gain knowledge, gain information, gain weight, and so on. Scientists haven't found a space for AIDS yet. Choices: A. Concern. B. Heal. C. Care. D. Cure. The correct answer is cure. Cure for AIDS. إن cure يعالج بشكل عام، أما heal يلتئم للجرح والقطع والكسور. Broken bones. كسور العظام يعني. Another sentence. Small space of land were used for keeping animals. Choices: A. Mounds. B. Amounts. C. Qualities. D. Qualifications. The correct answer is amounts. Another sentence. He was space from prison after serving 2 years of 5-year sentence. 5-year sentence يعني حكم ب5 سنوات. sentence هنا مش بمعنى جملة، بمعنى حكم، وقد تستخدم verb بمعنى يحكم. ممكن نقول he was sentenced to death يعني حكم عليه بالإعدام. The sentence again. He was space from prison after serving 2 years of 5-year sentence. Choices: A. Released. B. Missed. C. Caught. D. Quitted. The correct answer is released. Release بمعنى يحرر أو يطلق سراح. What are you going to space in? What are you going to space in? Medicine. Choices: A. Make. B. Spare. C. Specify. D. Specialize. The correct answer is specialize in. بمعنى يتخصص فيه. Another sentence. Could you explain how the digestive space works? Choices: A. Operation. B. Way. C. Process. D. Experiment. The correct answer is the digestive process. عملية الهضم أو عملية الهضم. digestive جاي من digest يعني يهضم. digestion الهضم. digestive adjective. So the correct answer is process. digestive process. Another sentence. Smoking is the biggest preventable space of death and diseases. Choices: A. Reason. B. Cause. C. Result. D. Course. The correct answer is cause. Preventable cause of. قلنا cause of سبب لي، أما reason for مبرر لي. So far we haven't been able to find anything but we are still space. So far حتى الآن، والكلمات تستخدم على present perfect. We haven't been able to find anything but we are still space. Choices: A. Researching, B. Searching, C. Looking, D. Thinking. The correct answer is researching. Another sentence. The company will design, supply and space your new kitchen. Choices: A. Dust, B. Steel, C. Sweep, D. Install. The correct answer is install your new kitchen. Install معنى يركب. Install air conditioning. Install تأتي مع الأجهزة، يركب جهاز. ممكن نقول install a kitchen، يركب مطبخ. Another sentence. They have space their ambitions بمعنى الطموحات through hard work and sleepless nights. sleepless nights ليالي ما فيهاش نوم. Choices: A. Lost, B. Wasted, C. Achieved, D. Received. The correct answer is achieved their ambitions. حققوا طموحاتهم. Another sentence. After she had space her children, she went out. Choices: A. Drank, B. Fed, C. Produced, D. Eaten. The correct answer is fed. Fed past participle of feed بمعنى يطعم. After she had fed her children بعدما أطعمت أطفالها. Earthquakes can cause terrible space in urban areas. Urban areas المناطق الحضرية. Urban حضري. The opposite is rural ريفي. Earthquakes can cause terrible space in urban areas. Choices: A. Damage, B. Package, C. Construction, D. Pleasure. The correct answer is damage. Terrible damage. خسارة فظيعة. The ship had 5 sails set from its to space. The ship had 5 sails set from its to space. Choices: A. Lines, B. Columns, C. Bars, D. Masts. The correct answer is masts. Mast معنى ساري العلم. Another sentence. What are the space of your exams? Very good. What are the space of your exams? This is a question and the answer is very good. Choices: A. Aims, B. Results, C. Objects, D. Purposes. The correct answer is result بمعنى نتيجة. The heavy rain space the fields. Choices: A. Flooded, B. Sank, C. Drowned, D. Produced. The correct answer is A. Flooded بمعنى يفيض على. Fruits need a fertile space to get a good harvest. قلنا harvest بمعنى المحصول. Choose earth or ground or floor or soil. The correct answer is soil بمعنى التربة الصالحة للزراعة. Let's go to the grammar section in this unit about causative have and get. قلنا واحنا بنستخدم التركيبة بتاعت الكوزاتيف have we use have plus object plus infinitive without to. For example, I had Ali clean his room. بمعنى force، بمعنى يجبر. I had Ali clean his room. So we use have plus object. This object is somebody or someone، يعود على شخص، plus infinitive without to. I had Ali clean his room. But if we use get plus object or somebody plus to plus infinitive بمعنى يقنع، means persuade. نطلب من الشخص انه يفعل الشيء. For example, I got Ali to clean the room. I got Ali to clean the room. يعني نستخدم have plus someone or object plus infinitive without to. But we use get plus object or somebody plus to plus infinitive بمعنى persuade. So let's go to some sentences. I went to the dentist to space. Choose. Have pulled my teeth out, or had pulled my teeth, or have my teeth pulled out, or pull my teeth out. The correct answer is have my teeth pulled out. هنا التركيب بتاع الكوزاتيف have ممكن نستخدم have plus object. هنا الأوبجكت بيكون شيء غير عاقل، يعود على شيء، plus have plus object plus past participle. Have plus object plus past participle. So I went to the dentist to have my teeth pulled out. هنا التركيب causative have. في الباسيف علشان تخلع لي الأسنان يبقى to have my teeth pulled out بنستخدم have plus object plus past participle وبنصرف have على حسب زمن الجملة. فهنا I went to the dentist جاء بعدها to، يبقى بنستخدم بعد to have اللي هو infinitive plus object my teeth plus past participle. Another sentence. We are having our flat space now. We are having our flat space now. Choices. A is decorated. B decorating. C decorated. D to decorate. The correct answer is decorated. We are having our flat decorated now. We got Salah space swimming with us. Choices. A goes. B to go. C going. D went. The correct answer is to go. We got Salah to go swimming with us. هنا بعد get جاء المفعول اللي هو صلاح شخص عاقل. So we use to plus infinitive بمعنى أقنعناه. Another sentence. I went to the computer mall space to have the computer mended. mend بمعنى يصلح or to have mended the computer or mended the computer or to mend the computer. The correct answer is to have the computer mended. I went to the computer mall to have the computer mended. Another sentence. Father had Mu'taz space at home. Choices. A. Been stayed. B. To stay. C. Stayed. D. Stay. Father had Mu'taz stay at home. هنا جاء بعد had المفعول عاقل فبنستخدم infinitive بدون to. So father had معتز stay at home. I am going to space the plumber. Fix the broken pipes. Plumber اللي هو السباك. Fix يصلح the broken pipes المواسير المكسورة. Choices: A. Allow. B. Have. C. Permit. D. Get. I'm going to have the plumber fix. plumber هنا مفعول عاقل فبنستخدم have وليس get لأن جاء بعدها infinitive بدون to اللي هو fix. Another sentence: 3 builders will build our new house. We space next week. Choices: A. Will be building it. B. Will have it built. C. Will have built it. D. Will build it. The correct answer is will have it built. Another sentence: Do you iron your clothes? Iron هنا مش بمعنى الحديد بمعنى يكوي. Do you iron your clothes or do you space? Choices: A. Have them ironed. B. Have been ironed them. C. Have them ironed. D. Have ironed them. The correct answer is have them ironed. برضو ده causative have. Mother space Mona to prepare breakfast. Choices: A. Let. B. Made. C. Had. D. Got. The correct answer is got. Mother got Mona to prepare breakfast. قلنا بعد get لما يجي مفعول عاقل نستخدم to plus infinitive. He space since he knew that Taylor. Choices: A. Had made 6 suits. B. Has had 6 suits made. C. Made 6 suits. D. Has made 6 suits. The correct answer is has had 6 suits made. She had the maid space the washing up. She had the maid بمعنى الخادمة space the washing up بمعنى الغسيل. Choices: A. Done. B. Do. C. Did. D. To do. The correct answer is do. She had the maid do the washing up. بنقول do the washing up يعمل الغسيل. Another sentence: I space at the laundry now. Laundry اللي هي المغسلة. I space at the laundry now. Choices: A. Have my clothes laundered. B. Am laundering my clothes. C. Am laundering my clothes. D. Am having my clothes laundered. The correct answer is D. Am having my clothes laundered. She got him space the data from the internet. Choices: A. Downloading. B. Download. C. To download. D. Downloaded. The correct answer is to download بمعنى يحمل. Enormous energy. Enormous بمعنى ضخم. Enormous energy is needed to launch a space against gravity. Choices: A. Kites. B. Helicopter. C. Airplane. D. Spaceship. The correct answer is spaceship. Another sentence: There has been a renewed space attack on the capital. Choices: A. Packet. C. Racket. B. A. Packet. B. Racket. C. Pocket. D. Rocket. There has been a renewed rocket attack on the capital. هجوم صاروخي. I space.
هنستسمحك أستاذ أحمد نستكمل هذا اللقاء بعد أن يؤذن بصلاة العشاء التي حان موعدها الآن حسب التوقيت المحلي لمدينة بصحبة الأستاذ أحمد عبد الصبور خبير المادة في وزارة التربية والتعليم. تفضل أستاذ أحمد.
نستكمل سويا بعض الجمل المعتمدة على revision C based on unit 7, 8 and 9. Ambassadors or ambulances drive very fast when there is an space. Ambulances drive very fast when there is an space. Choices: A. Immigration, B. Emergency, C. Emergence, D. Imagination. The correct answer is emergency بمعنى الطوارئ. Space are waves that send information to radio, television, etc. Choices: A. Signs, B. Signals, C. Songs, D. Signatures. The correct answer is signals بمعنى الإشارات. Another sentence. The guests space warmly, are going to be welcomed, or are welcoming, or have welcomed, or the last choice are going to be welcome. The correct answer is are going to be welcomed. Another sentence. The parcel بمعنى اللفة أو الطرد. Today. Choices: A. Will not be delivering, B. May not deliver, C. May not be delivering, D. May not be delivered. The correct answer is D. May not be delivered. قلنا deliver بمعنى يوصل. The reports in a good handwriting. The reports space in good handwriting. Choices: A. Were writing, B. Have to be written, C. Have to write, D. Had to write. The correct answer is have to be written. The bank robbers space by the police. The bank robbers space by the police. Choices: A. Were chasing, B. Are being chased, C. Chase, D. Are chasing. chase بمعنى يطارد. The correct answer is are being chased. Space oil produced in England. Space oil produced in England. Choices: A. Does, B. Is, C. Has, D. Will. The correct answer is B. Is. Is oil produced in England. Another sentence. Preparations for the party space in a very short time. Choices: A. Are making, B. Had made, C. Have been made, D. Have made. The correct answer is C. Have been made. Another sentence. He spaced promotion last year and he is very happy. Choices: A. Gave, B. Was given, C. Was giving, D. Was give. The correct answer is was given. I remember space by my parents when I succeeded. I remember space by my parents when I succeeded. Choices: A. To reward. B. To being rewarded. C. Rewarding. D. Being rewarded. The correct answer is being rewarded. Another sentence. When she returned home, she found out that her jewelry space choices had been stolen or was stolen or had stolen or stole. When she returned home, she found out that her jewelry had been stolen. She went to the dressmaker space. She went to the dressmaker space. Choices: A. To have her dress shortened. To shorten her dress. Had her dress shortened. To have shortened her dress. The correct answer is A. To have her dress shortened. عشان يقصر لها الفستان. The manager had the secretary space the letters. Choices: A. Type. B. Types. C. To type. D. Typed. The correct answer is type. The manager had the secretary type the letters. Mu'taz usually gets his friend space him with his homework. Choices: A. To help. B. Help. C. Help. D. Helps. The correct answer is to help. I space at the studio yesterday. Choices: A. Was developing the photos. B. Had the photos developed. C. Developed the photos. D. Had developed the photos. The correct answer is had the photos developed. طبعا التركيب causative have. Let's go to novel questions. Rudolf Rasendal tried to improve the king's image in the minds of poor people by the sentence again. Rudolf Rasendal tried to improve the king's image. improve بمعنى يحسن. Rudolf Rasendal tried to improve the king's image. حاول ان هو يحسن صورة الملك in the minds of poor people في عقول الناس الفقراء by space. Driving through the poor area of the city alone. Riding through the rich area of the city alone. Or riding through the poor area of the city with his soldiers. Or riding through the poor area of the city alone. The correct answer is D. Riding through the poor area of the city alone. Another sentence. Why did the poor people in the capital want Duke Michael to become king? Why did the poor people in the capital want Duke Michael to become king? choices. A. They wanted a war with the king, or they wanted things to stay the same, or they thought he was a lazy man, or they wanted things to change. The correct answer is the last choice. They wanted things to change. The people, the poor people in the capital, الناس الفقراء كانوا عايزين الدوق مايكل انه يصبح الملك because they wanted things to change. عايزين الاشياء والامور تتغير في البلاد. As he promised them, كما كان يعدهم. Another sentence. Rasandal and Sabt got a permit from the king to leave the city because Rasandal and Sabt got a permit, أخذوا تصريح أو حصلوا على تصريح from the king to leave the city because choose. Sabt could write like the king and he signed the paper. B. Rasandal could write like the king and he signed the paper. Or Fritz could write like the king and he signed the paper. Or the last choice, Michael could write like the king and he signed the paper. The correct answer is A. Sabt could write like the king. Sabt هو اللي كان يقدر يكتب كتابة تشبه كتابة الملك أو خط الملك and he signed the paper. Another sentence. To get out of the palace, Sabt and Rasandal went through a space. Choices. A. Secret passage in the castle, or scared passage in the wall, or secret passage in the wall, or wide passage in the wall. The correct answer is C. Secret passage in the wall. Translate into Arabic. Egypt has many amazing works of ancient and modern engineering. Egypt has many amazing works of ancient and modern engineering. نقول مصر لديها الكثير من الأعمال الرائعة في الهندسة الحديثة والقديمة. Translate into English. عفوا، هل يمكن أن ترشدني إلى أحسن طريق للوصول إلى المحطة؟ عفوا، هل يمكن أن ترشدني؟ عفوا ممكن نقول excuse me, pardon. Can you guide me to the best route to reach the station? Excuse me, can you guide me to the best route to reach the station, or to arrive at the station? Translate into English. يجب أن نربي أطفالنا على الولاء والانتماء للوطن. يجب أن نربي أطفالنا على الولاء والانتماء للوطن. We must bring our children. We must bring up بمعنى يربي. ممكن طالب تاني يستخدم كلمة raise بمعنى يربي. Our children on loyalty and belonging to the country. ممكن نستكمل أيضا ببعض جمل الترجمة. يجب أن يحقق الوالدين التوازن بين العمل والمنزل لكي يعتنوا بأطفالهم. يجب أن يحقق الوالدين التوازن بين العمل والمنزل لكي يعتنوا بأطفالهم. نبدأ بالسبجكت. مين اللي يجب أن يحقق؟ الوالدين هم اللي يحققوا التوازن، فنبدأ بالسبجكت. Parents should or must achieve balance between work and house to care for their children. Parents must achieve balance between work and house to care for their children. Another sentence. لقد سهل استخدام الإنترنت أو شبكة التواصل الاجتماعي في التعامل والعلاقات بين الناس. Using the internet or social networking sites have eased. سهل ease بمعنى يسهل or facilitate أيضا ممكن نستخدمها بمعنى يسهل، واللي مش عارف ممكن نستخدم made it easy. have facilitated or made it easy في التعامل نقول in communication and relations among people. Let's take another sentence. يفضل بعض الناس استثمار أموالهم في المشروعات السريعة. Some people prefer. هنا مين اللي بيفضل؟ بعض الناس، يبقى نبدأ ببعض الناس. Some people prefer investing their money. استثمار بمعنى invest يستثمر، فهنا نقول الجملة some people prefer investing their money in projects in profitable projects في المشروعات المربحة in profitable projects.
إلى هنا نصل إلى ختام هذا اللقاء. بنشكرك شكرا جزيلا أستاذ أحمد. شكرا للأستاذ أحمد عبد الصبور خبير مادة اللغة الإنجليزية في وزارة التربية والتعليم. أعزائي المستمعين أبنائي وبناتي طلاب وطالبات الثانوية العامة، كنا معكم على هندسة الهواء الزميل محمد جمال الدين، ومن أمام الميكروفون تقبلوا تحياتي حازم عمر.